Yeah, Lily, I don't think the podcast is really the place for your QAnon theories. Hey, anyway, welcome to Mini-Sode Monday, partial credit show and tell. It's a show because it's on YouTube. It's a tell because it's in a podcast form as well. So if you don't want to hear us, but you do want to see us, head on over to YouTube. It's linked below. Lily, good morning.
Good morning.
How are we today?
We're a little sniffly, so I apologize. Didn't take my allergy pill.
We're super professional motherfuckers.
Yeah, we really are. I'm literally filming next to a stack of hula hoops right now.
Nice. So. Time changed.
Okay, let's talk about this. This is one thing that I wanted to talk about this morning. You're like, time changed. And I lived in Hawaii where they do not have daylight savings because they're fucking smart.
I lived in Arizona where they also don't.
Why do we still do it? Why? Give me like a great reason. Like I need the most amazing reason.
I don't have one. I don't have a counterpoint for this. I will say this though, when I lived in Arizona, it was super frustrating if I was trying to talk to anybody on the East Coast. Yes. I still had to be aware of time changes because it was either 3 hours or 4 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it was super
it's
frustrating.
Either 5 or 6 for Hawaii. And
yeah. Florida has tried to get rid of it, which is weird that Florida is progressive on anything, but they have tried to get rid of it.
No, I think it's stupid. And we were talking about it this morning and what actually like the history of why it started, and it was for farmers originally
for their kids, right?
Yes.
So the kids could have the maximum amount of time working on the farm. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And in the sunlight, and I'm like, or whatever, and I don't get it. I really don't. I am a huge like, get rid of it. It's useless. There's no reason.
And I'm always super confused because like I don't get every clock in the house right away, and I'll walk into one room and it's one time, and I'll walk into another room.
Or you won't get your car, and
oh shit, yeah, I got to move the cars later, so I'm gonna do that. I have to remember how to do it in Megan's car.
Yeah. And it's super frustrating. I'm walking away from the computer for just one moment, which I have the longest cord in history.
Holy shit. No, I've got a pretty long cord. Mine's 6 feet, I think. So
mine is about 6 feet, non-bungeed at full.
I just hit my head up.
I'm gonna temporarily mute myself so I can blow my nose.
Okay.
But you continue.
All right. Well, I do want to talk about, we've got an episode coming up this week on Wednesday, like an actual full episode on pink tax, which is written and researched by our very own Lily. There is something in the episode where that happened a lot, where Lily is doing a lot of karate chops. So, and there was a challenge put forth at the end for a 10-minute video of you just doing karate chops. And I don't think I can. So if anybody would like Lily to make a 10-minute video of her doing karate chops, what was it, while roller skating? It was like Andrew's idea.
Maybe like 5 minutes.
Well, you could do 2 minutes and we could just loop it.
Oh, okay, there you go.
There you go. We'll just find some good music if anybody wants to make some karate chopping while hula hooping.
Yeah, if you want to make me hula hooping karate chop music, I will. My roller skates are ready.
Oh, I don't know if we'll find it in our super full inbox, partial.credit.pod@gmail. So you said you had lots of stuff, but yeah, Wednesday econ with Lily. It's super educational.
Yes. Please, it's still relevant. People don't think it's relevant. They're like, pink tax still a thing? It's relevant, people. Anyways, so Texas restrictions, they lightened them.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that bullshit. So I was scrolling the NPR website, as I do every time we do a mini-sode.
I ended up on NPR's website this morning and then immediately got off because I felt like I was stepping on your toes.
That's okay. I was gonna go on Stranger Dimensions, and then I was like, no, that's Lucas's.
Yeah.
So we've claimed our own websites. Um, but the article, as stated, says planning a spring break. Here's 5 tips can help minimize risk. And I just went, what? Just no. Just no. Like absolutely just no. So I'm gonna read you some of the tips. So one thing that has come up is CDC has recently changed its guidelines to green light small gatherings between people who have been vaccinated and those who haven't. Now, this does not mean you should not wear a mask. Wear a mask because the person who is vaccinated can still spread COVID to you. Anyways, so here is your first tip for spring break. Minimize risk. Evaluate the risks.
There's a risk. Don't do it.
There's a risk. Don't do it. Then it says planes, trains, or automobiles. Virus spreads when people are in close contact.
None of the above.
Don't do it. Set limits. It's not time for a big reunion. It's not time for spring break. Like, what? And then stay with the people you came with. Don't go anywhere.
So this is that all your tips?
No, there's one more. Avoid destinations that have lifted restrictions, i.e. Clearwater, Florida Beach, and the South Padre Island, Texas, or all of Texas.
You could make that sentence Florida a lot shorter and just say avoid destinations.
Just don't go anywhere.
It's not over.
Why is this like the biggest, like I just went to the front page of NPR and this was the first article that popped up and I was like, is spring break that important to people?
I think you have a lot in common with I'm going to get to this. I have a large point here, but a 4-year-old that I was around yesterday, we got invited by some friends in town who have been steadfast quarantined since this has started. They both get to work from home and stuff. And nice. They've got a couple little kids and we'll go hang out outside occasionally and stay distant, all that stuff. Well, they were starting sugaring and we went over last year and they asked us to come over this year and we get there and there's like 2 other cars in their driveway and we're like, well, that's weird. And now I'm staying like as far away, like I got social anxiety anyway. So I'm just sort of like as far away from all of it as possible. Well, the little girl, she's 4 years old. She always holds Dusty's leash. She loves Dusty. Dusty loves her. And Dusty at some point saw some food or something and pulled and she went down, right? She was on some ice. She didn't get hurt. She was fine.
She's 4. She bounces.
Yeah. She's a really tough kid. She's adorable. And so she's sitting on her dad's lap and crying. And eventually he's just like, are you okay? You know, are you hurt? She goes, no, there's just too many people. And like between sobs, she's saying too many people. And I'm like, yes, that is correct. There are too many people.
I think this is something we've touched upon in past episode mini-sodes is social anxiety and anxiety in general and just feeling overwhelmed. And I think that they're present in us. Yep. But the pandemic has really like brought it out. And like I have social anxiety as well. And I go in. Okay. Great example. I was at work the other day and my coworker said, oh, hey, you're going over to the gas station. Can you get me a cup of coffee? And I said, yeah, sure. Cause it's just the little pump thing and you press it down and coffee comes out. And
thank you for explaining that.
You're welcome. It's important. And then she goes, can you ask them to get it from the carafe? And I just went, so you just took the most socially anxious person and asked them to get you coffee from a carafe where I have to go talk to someone instead of just being in my own little world of pumping my own coffee? And she's like, yes. So it was my stress level for getting coffee just skyrocketed. Such a simple task
Yep.
was just set back because someone asked me to talk to someone
Because they wanted fresher coffee.
because they wanted fresher coffee.
I thought it was pronounced carafe.
I thought it was carafe. I don't know. This is a good language.
Carafe? No, it's carafe.
Carafe. I don't know.
Carafe.
I've broken quite a few of them, so I
don't. I know we talked about having Vermont Stories, and I don't really have one other than it's in line with my story last week about the couple cutting the hood off their truck. But there's this house that sold in the last year, and the garage was unfinished. They didn't have siding up, but they had like Tyvek house wrap up. And I drive by in the dark in the morning, and then in the afternoons, and I'm like, oh, they finally painted it. And as I get a little bit closer, they painted the Tyvek house wrap.
No.
Yes. So you can still see the seams of the house wrap. So they went, and it's a big garage. So they spent a lot of money on paint to
paint is not cheap.
No, and to exterior paint if they actually used exterior paint. But yeah, they painted the house wrap, which I was like, that's my Vermont story, I guess. They've got two very cute cows.
What in the world?
So I do really quick want to do number one fan, best fan ever. Mm-hmm. This one's not it looks like an acorn. So this is Mr. Justin the Hut in his paintball gear. He is an enthusiastic paintballer. We're going to do some paintballing this spring together. But yeah, this is Mr. Justin the Hut, who likes to come in to the place where we are both employed and tell me that our show sucks. So I just wanted to have this opportunity to say, fuck you, Justin. I drew you as an acorn. What are you going to do about it, you little dick? So if you've got something to say about it, go ahead and write into partial.credit.pod@gmail.com.
Yes, or leave us a voicemail.
You could even you can record it on your phone and then email it to us. Yeah. So Pink Tax Econ with Lily coming up later this week. I'm really excited. It's a good one.
I'm really excited too. And we're recording, it's a longer one, but
we're recording today with one of our number one fan, best fan evers.
Yes.
I'm very excited about science.
Me too.
Yeah. Do you have a number one fan, best fan ever this week, Lily?
My number one best fan is Charlotte McPherson. I've mentioned her before.
Oh, yes, the fierce one.
The fierce one. She's the fiercest. She is one of my best friends. And she is just a wonderful goddess, and it's Women's Month.
Yes, which is relevant to our upcoming episode.
So yes, I thought I would. If you haven't noticed, there will be a trend of all of my best fans will be women this month.
Month?
Yeah, I know a lot of women.
Yeah, but there's only 2 more weeks left in the month.
Yeah, that's 2 more women.
Okay. Ooh, this was math class with Lily and Lucas.
Hello. I don't know why that was so confusing.
All right. Well, let's wrap up. Let's keep this one short and sweet. We got karate chopping to do.
We got some karate chops.
And we got some stuff to do.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we on the internet? I'm on Instagram, Sacred Play-Doh.
I'm on Instagram, Deadly Pineapple 13, because I changed it.
Karate chops.
And we, as a podcast, are on Facebook at the Partial Credit Pod. There's no the. I just like to say the. Instagram is at partial.credit.pod, and Twitter is credit pod.
Okay, we're getting some followers on Twitter. I think we're up to like.
I know. I've been
getting notifications.
And I don't.
I don't
I don't
know.
use Twitter, and I'm like, why am I
And
getting these
yeah,
notifications?
and I've posed the question, and I'm gonna pose this, I think, regularly as we leave our episodes now.
Hmm.
But have you accepted partial credit as your podcast and savior? Um, so it's important to me.
Yes. Um,
I don't know why that tickles me so much. Let's see. Let's see. Partial credit. We have 38 followers. Yep. So,
we have 51 on Instagram.
all right. And like
We're moving
170
up
something on Facebook.
on
So
Facebook.
why the Facebook people not going over to the Instagram people
I
there's
don't
different
know.
stuff on all the stuff, guys.
I don't know.
Dickheads.
I know.
Especially you, Justin.
Justin, your
All right.
dog's cute, but you're an ass.